Is that right?
Okay. I'm visiting with Elizabeth Adams in
Hello,
the
friends and
rehab.
neighbors.
Hi, Elizabeth. How you doing?
Again, I am the poster child for why we need a hospital on the Lower West Side.
What happened?
I had a stroke. One lousy April Fool's joke.
But you weren't on 12th Street where you live.
No, I was at work on Neptune Avenue in Brooklyn, and I was
Close to Coney Island.
Right, and I was talking to the visiting nurse at my job, and she recognized I was having a stroke, picked up the phone and dialed 911 and said, stroke, gave the address, and they were there in 5 minutes.
They were
5 minutes.
This is what we're fighting
So
about.
Yes, this is why I survived, and why I'm not paralyzed or dead.
And so, do you remember anything of going into the hospital and what they did?
No, I was told later they went in with a tube and sucked out the clot. It was a stroke. And I went to Coney Island, and they took me then to Maimonides, where I was for 2 weeks. And then now I'm in rehab at Kings County.
And you've been here about almost 3 weeks now.
Right. It's been a full month since the stroke. And I'm walking, I'm climbing stairs with just a cane, I'm walking around with just a cane, and I can even get to and from the bathroom with no help.
You know,
Not even a wheelchair.
The wonderful thing about this awful situation is that you were 5 minutes away from a hospital.
Right.
And
I tell you, I've got guardian angels up there that put me in the right place at the right time, because if I were in Greenwich Village when this happened, I would either be paralyzed or dead.
Yes. Well, this is what we're fighting for.
Right.
When we say we want a hospital, we want an emergency room. Let me tell you what the new plan is. Okay.
Oh, I haven't heard the latest.
Well,
they're always
you know,
sleight of hand. They're coming up with something new all the time.
Well, we have to come up with something. You know, we can't pretend that Rudin didn't win.
Another rural clinic idea.
No, not the rural clinic. The so-called emergency services that they want to put in the Toole building is really just a high-end urgent care center.
Right.
You could have not been taken there.
Well, I asked that the last needs assessment. I turned to the guy from LIJ and said, if I had another heart attack, would you treat me? He said, no, we would take you on to another hospital. And I said, well, then I'd be dead.
And that's all about time. It's all about the clock
about
ticking.
time. It's all in the timing.
So the current thought among some of us who are trying to move forward rather than mourn is that we're trying to appeal to the Rudin organization.
We can't get what we had back, but we have to move ahead and get what we need for the future.
Yes. We're now moved to the place, people like myself and George Kapsis and some of the people in the coalition, that we want to tell Rudin to take back the O'Toole building.
Right.
Tear it down. Now, I'm a preservationist. I fought really hard to keep that building.
Right.
But you know, at this moment,
we don't
our
want to
health...
violate any of the rules and regulations protecting our community.
Our health needs are more important at this point. So to let him tear
Dubai Hilton was not appropriate.
Let him tear it down, build his condos, but let us keep the old St. Vincent's infrastructure as a hospital.
Right.
Now, you were one of the first people to actually talk about using that space for a variety of things, including perhaps a nursing home or a senior center.
Things that our neighborhood needs. Yeah. We need, first and foremost, a hospital.
An emergency trauma
room.
One emergency room.
Right. And we need a school. What we lost recently was the village nursing home was turned into a rehab and palliative care only. So there's no local in Greenwich Village nursing home, which puts a terrible strain on older relatives of someone who's in a nursing home, or someone who has children, say children works, and then has to go way uptown And I think if you're a woman in your 70s or 80s, your husband's in a nursing home, how are you going to schlep all the way uptown?
So that was one of the things they could have done there. I know as someone who's going to be 70 next month, that you don't like to think about a nursing home, you know,
but there are times when it's necessary.
When it's necessary, and they secretly closed that Village Care nursing home because the last time they tried to close it, there was a huge community response. And I hold the elected officials, Christine Quinn and Tom Duane, accountable for not letting us know
that it was on the chopping block. And what are they turning it into? Luxury condos. What else? Everything is luxury condos.
So anyway, that's
Greenwich Village doesn't need one more unit of luxury condo.
Luxury condos without any affordable housing.
Right. We need affordable housing. We need
senior housing.
Senior housing, right?
You know, when the old plan to build a hospital was there, the Rudin organization, when they were confronted at community meetings about putting in affordable housing in their luxury complex, they said they couldn't afford to do it. The nuns needed all the money. Well, the court gave them a fire sale price.
They sure did.
$300 million for the last big piece of property in the West Village, which is a very high rent and high desired neighborhood. Anyway, I don't want to go on too much about this. I just wanted people to see Elizabeth is doing really well.
Back out there fighting in no time.
And it's so bizarre in a way that one of our own people, one of our own community organizers, in fact, demonstrates so well why we are insisting on a hospital and an emergency room.
I'll do everything I can to get us a hospital and an emergency room back. Anything short of actually dying to do it, but I'm getting close.
No. We all send you our love, and we all say, Elizabeth, I know it's
been talking about it in all the hospitals that I've been in. Everywhere I go, I talk about it, and they all say, "Oh yeah, this is terrible." And is it true that they literally took the nurses' pensions to pay off some of the debt? Nurses who would work there for 30, 40, 50 years, and they took their pensions to pay off the debt, but they're not going to receive their pensions.
We also want to tell you to take a deep breath and hold on. We know that you are not a patient woman. But I'm
very patient, but I am going to keep banging my head against the wall until we get this.
Want to say anything else before I turn this off to all your friends and all the community people?
Keep on fighting.
Keep on fighting. Thank you very much, Elizabeth Adams.